Good morning, welcome to day 90 of my Munros challenge. Today I'm walking route 111, trying to pick 2 days again into one. So 4 Munros, Sgurr Elide Mor, big peak of the hind, Binnein Beag, the small peak, Binnein Mor, the big peak, and now Gruggican, the maidens. I'm parked at the car park for Grey Mare's waterfall. Let's get on with it. Nice start to the day, climbing up through this woodland, following a burn. Just looking back down Kinloch Leven, you do make your hike quickly, very quickly. Got some blue sky for a change. Well, let's hope it lasts. So I think that's the underside of Gruggican, the south shoulder. And that over there must be Binnein Mor, must be. So I've got various options to get off there. Either come down this steep bankside pathway or wiggle my way around the other side. I'll make my mind up when I get there. So we've followed that track there. I'm just crossing this Land Rover track, little cairn marked. I'm going to skirt up the side over there, right the way around. So there you go, you can see the track just skirting round the brow of the hill there. I'm going to skirt round it and we'll come to some lockens, and then we'll make a right turn up the first Munro. Away yet though. Looking right back down the glen, you do make your hike quickly. It's absolutely thrown it down for the last half hour. There was forecast some rain today, middle of the day. I think it's a bit early. So there's a cairn. We've been following this track and the cairn splits. I'm going to go right, gain some height and then traverse across again. That's the plan anyway. So the sun's trying to come out, it's just stopped raining and we've got the first view of Sgurr Elide Mor. Wow, that's the first Munro. We're going to skirt round the left hand side of it, straight up to the top, getting steep and very scree towards the top. Not far to go now, here's the stand. Hey, just got to the top of the ledge, so that's the top of the scree there, very steep. Oh, it's just stopped raining for a bit, thank goodness. A bit of blue sky. So, not too far to the top. So, here we are at the top. Sgurr Elide Mor. That's Munro number 2 over there. Wow, look at that, looking down at that locken. We've got to trek all the way around there to that far locken before we go the next one. A bit of a hike to the next one. So that's the first Munro up there. I'm at the lowest point now between the first Munro and the second Munro. It's absolutely freezing, I have to say. It's been raining, snowing, hail. Oh, hopefully it'll clear up because the forecast was better this afternoon. So there's a locken and we're stood underneath the second Munro. Looks a bit of a scramble up there. I've just got out the wind for a minute. It is absolutely blowing a gale. It's blown me over. This is very rocky, very steep. Luckily there's a path just zigzagging its way through all the boulders and rocks and such like. Not far from the top now. Very rocky. Not sure what they call this, like crystal type rock. There's lots of it up here. So there we are. Hey Stan, Binnein Beag. Wow, that was hard work. That was really hard work. when you're sheltered behind these rocks, it's quite a beautiful mountain, isn't it? That wind has been absolutely horrendous. Stan and I were hiding. We were lying down on the floor behind some rocks, just getting out the hailstones, and the wind, it must be half an hour we were lying there waiting for it to die down. So I left my rucksack down near the locker because it was that windy. I was frightened it had blown me over climbing up here, not realising I'd get a bit of shelter out the wind as I got higher. Back at the locker, I've made an executive decision to call it a day. This wind's too much, it's debilitating, and I'm feeling exhausted. Making my way back to the car. I'm just looking up there at the top. Binnein Mor's right up there. I do have another option to turn right. That's Binnein Beag, we've just come off of. When I get to the top of this bank, I'll be back up at the lock. Now there is another option there to turn right, because that will be the route I'll be taking if I come back to do it. I just feel so fatigued. I don't think I got it in my legs today. Exhausted. So there's Binnein Mor up there. I think it's about maybe 350-400 metres of ascent from here. But the gods are conspiring against me today. You see, it's quite heavy hailstone at the minute. Again, luckily the wind's died down. So I was hankering on turning right, but I don't think I will. Yeah, so this is the crossroads. So this is where you drop off the first Munro, and there's your crossroads, and that's the way up. Like I say, it's probably 350-400 metres of ascent, and I've just not got it in my legs at the minute. So back on this track, quite a rocky track. Following it all the way down to them woods, through the woods, back down to Kirklochleven. Hi, welcome to day 90 of my Munro challenge. Today I walked half of route 111. It's Thursday the 26th of May, and I parked at Kirklochleven, the car park for the waterfall. It's been a very hard day for me. It starts off quite steeply through a forest, the track. You're following a stalker's path most of the day actually, and then along the moor side. Very steady, very rocky path though, difficult underfoot. You pretty much follow the path all the way around the shoulder until you come to the lock-on below Sgurr Elide Mor. Takes quite a while, it's a long way up there. Now once you get to Sgurr Elide Mor, you pretty much turn around the corner because it's out of sight from setting off, and all of a sudden it's there, this huge pyramid shaped mountain. Awesome. It's quite a rocky ascent, very rocky, quite steep, but there's a good path which zigzags up onto the ridge at the top. I have to say, it's been blowing a gale today, and we're in and out of snow, hail, rain, bits of sunshine. It's just all seasons. Anyway, Sgurr Elide Mor is quite a good vista. You can see 3 of the Munros I'd intended to walk. I descended back to the Locken, back onto the Stalker's Path, where you continue descending, and you actually descend around about 400 metres from the summit to the low point, at which point you got to then start climbing up the glen again until you get to the next Locken below Binnein Beag. And I have to say, the ascent up Binnein Beag is equally as steep as Sgurr Elide Mor and equally as rocky. They're very, very similar mountains actually, although Binnein Beag is lower, but very, very, very similar. Now, when I'd got to this lochen before Binnein Beag, it was that hail was that strong, and the wind, I had to hide behind a rock. Stan and I, it was only about 2 foot high, so I ended up lying down on the floor just to get out of the wind and the hail, because it was biting through my skin and my face. And we must have been there 25 minutes. I was lying down, Stan was lying beside me, just getting out and just trying to get warm. Anyway, I then, having ascended Binnein Beag, I'd left my rucksack down because the wind was so strong. I was worried about getting blown off the mountain, you know, like a sail. So I took my rucksack off, knowing I was going to return to it. I made the decision not to climb the rest of the route. I was just exhausted. I think I'm fatigued from the various Munros I've climbed over the last 4 or 5 weeks, and it's just pretty much caught up with me today. Very, very hard day for me, which a lot harder than it should have been. I'm gutted I didn't finish the route, because it means I need to re-walk all the way back up to that first lochen to continue up up to Binnein Mor. Anyway, the day was 14.5 miles, and it's a massive 4,865 feet. Now, it took me 9 hours, but I was messing around. I was fatigued. I was hiding behind rocks. It was just a long day for me. I'm sure it could be done in probably 8 hours.